Alexander Yurevich Borodai is a former Prime Minister of the self-proclaimed Donetsk People's Republic that declared its independence from Ukraine on May 12, 2014. He was appointed to the post by the Republic's self-proclaimed Supreme Council on May 16, 2014. Borodai, a Russian citizen, had earlier worked as a political advisor to Sergey Aksyonov, the Prime Minister of the Republic of Crimea. On August 7, 2014, Borodai announced his resignation. He was succeeded by Alexander Zakharchenko, whose self-appointed deputy prime minister he became. In his interview to Novaya Gazeta, Borodai acknowledged that he has known Igor Girkin since after the war in Transnistria. Personal: Alexander Borodai lives in Moscow. He is a son of Yuri Borodai, a scholar in philosophy. Career and education: Borodai has a degree in philosophy from Moscow State University. In 1994 he worked for the RIA Novosti as a military correspondent during the First Chechen War. Since 1996 he works for the Zvezda newspaper. Since 1998 he has worked as a political technologist specializing in elections. Since 2001 he has headed the consulting business Sotsinasta specializing in crisis management. Borodai and the future military commander of the Donetsk People's Republic Igor Girkin were close associates of the controversial Russian businessman Konstantin Malafeyev. According to Russian media, he was appointed as a deputy director of Russian FSB State Security in 2002 at the age of 35, when he held the rank of Major General. Borodai dismissed this as a hoax. He currently has a consultancy in Moscow and worked at a major investment fund. Nationalism: in the 1990s he edited a Russian newspaper Zvezda, run by journalist Alexander Zakharchenko. In December 2011, Borodai and Zakharchenko co-founded the patriotic web TV channel Den TV. Den TV's programming has regularly included Konstantin Zakharchenko, who has previously been imprisoned for anti-Semitic incitement. Politics: Borodai refers to himself as professional consultant with expertise in ethnic conflict. I have resolved all kinds of complicated conflict situations, he told journalists. In 2002, according to the Moscow Times newspaper, he also dismissed reports that he had been appointed a deputy director of Russia unregistered trademark's Federal Security Service as a hoax arranged for his 30th birthday. Crimea Borodai worked as an advisor to appointed Crimea Governor Sergey Aksyonov. Borodai claims he worked as a political strategist during the annexation of Crimea by Russia, and states that the political forces that facilitated the takeover are the same as those active in the Donetsk Republic. Naturally, the people who set up these popular movements and were the initiators are the same people, they are connected to each other. So when I finished the work in Crimea I automatically came here to work in southeast Ukraine. Donetsk following the 2014 Donetsk status referendum. On May 16, 2014 Borodai was appointed Prime Minister of the Donetsk People's Republic. On July 28, 2014 Borodai left Donetsk for Russia and returned on August 4. In a press conference in Donetsk on August 7, 2014 Borodai announced his resignation as Prime Minister. In this press conference he stated I came here as a crisis manager, a start-upper, if you want. Unregistered trademark. They managed to achieve a lot in the past several months. The DPA has been established as a state euro. As Prime Minister he was replaced by Alexander Zakharchenko. Borodai stated he would become Zakharchenko's deputy prime minister. He further stated in the 7 August 2014 press conference that he believed a native Muscovite like him should not lead the Donetsk People's Republic. References